I've been using the RK89 for 2 weeks now, and here are my thoughts. A short disclaimer, Royal Kludge sent this keyboard for me to try and review if I want to. They did not pay me or review this video before uploading. Everything I'm saying here are my own honest thoughts about this product. I think the most interesting thing about this keyboard is its form factor, which I would describe as unusual and might be the thing that makes or breaks this keyboard for potential buyers. So it has normal primary keys and the fully spaced out function keys. Then there's the numpad, which is missing the arithmetic, numlock, and enter keys that usually goes around the numpad. And the arrow keys are here too. The up arrow key displays the 0 key from its normal place, so now it's one step to the left. Now I'm pointing this out first before anything else because I think this layout is very specific and unique. And I feel like most people looking for keyboards with numpad are usually people who need the arithmetic keys as well, like accountants, finance, admin people, and most if not all of them touch type when using their numpad. So I think the displaced 0 and missing arithmetic keys is going to be an issue for them. However, this is just based on my limited exposure on people who use the numpad. So if you're someone who needs a numpad because you type lots of numbers but don't use the arithmetic keys, then the RK89 layout might be worth looking into. If the layout is exactly what you want, then great. You're off for a good journey because the rest of the keyboard's aspects are actually great for its price. First of all, the RK89, same with other new versions of Royal Kludge keyboards, now have a built-in sound dampener foam both at the bottom of the case and at the top plate, which means that this keyboard sounds great while typing. The foam absorbs hollow sound that an empty case creates, thus making the keyboard sound deeper and cleaner, minimizing the echo, pinging, and whatnot. I have the RK Blue Clicky switches here, and this is what it sounds like. The clickies do feel just a little scratchy, but nothing too bad. The foam definitely tunes the clicky sound a bit, reducing the high-pitched sound that gets annoying over time, so that's great. The good thing here is that this board is Hotswappable and supports 3-pin and 5-pin switches. So if you ever feel like changing the sound and feel of your keyboard, no problemo. You have the freedom to change to any switch you see on the market. Now onto the quality of life features of the RK87. First and foremost, it has tri-mode connection. So first you have the multi-device Bluetooth connection, which should be a standard on every keyboard nowadays. I'm looking at you, Apple, and your Magic Keyboard. You can pair this with 3 different devices and just switch to each of those on the fly by pressing F and Q, F and W, or F and E. Second, on top of the 3-device Bluetooth connection, you also have a 2.4 GHz RF connection, and the dongle magnetically attaches to the bottom of your keyboard, so you don't have to store it separately. Just plug the dongle on your computer, flip the switch over to G, then you're good to go. Neat. Third and fourth, it has a USB-C connection, so you can use this keyboard wired and charge it at the same time. Plus, you get 2 USB-A ports that activates when you use the keyboard in wired mode, essentially making the keyboard a USB hub. Fifth, this works for Windows, Android, Mac, and iOS. You don't get extra keycaps with macOS Legends, but it does use the correct key mapping when you switch it over to macOS by pressing Fn plus S. And here at the bottom you have 2 level stands, then there are 4 thick silicone or rubber feet that are actually grippy. Oh, and it has backlight. You have an option for single LED icy blue backlight, if that's what it's called, or RGB backlight for just a little extra. As for battery life, this keyboard lasts 60 hours with backlighting off, and it takes 3 to 4 hours to fully charge. You can check the battery level by pressing Fn enter. The number row will then light up to show the battery level. The RK89 also features a detachable frame, so you have a styling option if you want an exposed keycap look or the usual look. The keycaps are the standard Royal Kludge ABS keycaps. They are not very great, but they're not that bad either. I like the textured feel of it. Even if it's ABS, it doesn't feel that, cheap or something. The thing about RK keyboards is that they're sort of designed to be a canvas, so feel free to get creative and start modifying your keyboard if you feel like it. You can start with keycaps or switches or both. There's a ton of options out there, so just pick one you want and experiment. For example, I just modded my RK96 with ACO CS silver linear switches and some cute XDA PBT Honeymilk keycap clones, and it looks and feels absolutely great. I'll link that video here as soon as I'm done editing it. And yeah, that's all I have to say about this keyboard. Let me know what you think about the RK89. I'm curious what you think about the layout and the rest of the stuff. As always, thank you for watching. Thanks for Earl Kludge for sending this keyboard over, and I'll see you all around.